Whatever.
Hi Playmates, how are you? It's Aerostar here. Today I want to share with you my first impression of two new fresh gacha games that just dropped on the Google Press, well, I guess the Google Play Store, called The League of Pantheons and Heroes of Mythic Might. Originally I wanted to do a cover on Undecember, which is a new MMORPG released by Lion Games. But I guess typical of them, it was supposed to be released today if I recall, but I still can't download it from the App Store for whatever reason. But anyway, that being a side story, so if you like gacha gaming content and would like to see more, please consider subscribing to the channel for mobile gaming content every Wednesday and weekends. First, let's talk about Heroes of Mythic Might. In summary, the game is very, generic idle gacha game like AFK Arena with a cute visual aesthetic. So there you go. Case closed, review over. But in all seriousness, the aesthetics of the game are pretty gorgeous. The Chinese, Japanese, Oriental vibe is well incorporated into the environment as well as the character design. The hero roster is not too shabby either with 88 heroes so far. The units take on a human or Oni look with the SSR with advanced animations, and both their gentleman and lady designs are pretty nice. And let's just be real again, these guys, they look pretty smuxy. This is They take on a chibi form in battle, and the animations are not really revolutionary, oh my god, they're to die for. Yeah, it's nothing like that, but they get the job done. The battle system is auto battle, so nothing too fancy there. You just arrange your units, they attack, kill the baddies, and yay, that's done. So it gets a little bit boring and repetitive, especially if you don't have the times 3 on. And really, there's nothing much more to say about the combat in that sense. The little chick that pulls the card for the idol rewards is so cute though. You gotta admit and you gotta give them that. I would log in just to get a nice dose of that cuteness from the guy. And yes, that sounds a little bit funny, but it's really the truth. I really would take a plushie of that guy. The gacha system is also pretty standard. 3 different gachas, normal, advanced, and friendship, each with their own currency, but a 1000 total pity for a 5-star hero, meaning each gacha fills up that gauge bar at their own rate. So that's kind of cool since most other gacha games, each different gacha types have their own pity bar. And good thing too, since their overall 5-star drop rate is pretty sad at 0.038%. Yeah, so it's not even 1%, it's not even 0.5%. The rate does get a little bit better with the advanced pulls and the friendship pulls, but still, how many of those chances are you gonna get compared to a normal pull, right? Also to note is that the game does require you to not only have copies of the unit itself, but another particular specific related unit in addition to random low tier units to start up to the next tier. So this can be another limiting factor not present in all gacha games. But there seems to be plenty of maps to play at the moment in terms of PvE with increasing difficulty levels, and with few other game modes like guilds called Sex, Tower Advancement called Empyrean Tower, Hero Glamour, Hero Side Choice Quest, and PvP, so plenty of chances to gather the currency. However, last thing to note is that they do kind of push the purchase portion quite a bit, so they want you to open your wallet for 99 cents there, $2.99 there, $9.99 there, so eventually you're out of $99.99 and you don't know where. And stuff like that. So I'm sure if you've ever spent on a gacha game, you probably know what I'm talking about. We're probably all crying inside right now, which makes you think that this game will eventually be more of a pay to win situation. So if you care about that, I would definitely steer away from this game because it might start to annoy you a bit. Second is League of Pantheons, and let me tell you, it's pretty much another reskin. This is also an idle gacha game where the battles are auto, so you just place your heroes and watch them have it. The art style is less consistent in this game than Heroes of Mythic Might. Some heroes are flat and others are 3D. I don't even know how to describe it, but look, just look at it, right? I'm not going crazy, that's right? And it's kind of sad too, as this game itself doesn't have that many units. in the game to start off with. It does work itself out in the actual battle sequences though, and the skill animations I think are far more interesting than Heroes of Mythic Might, and the look of it reminds me of like old school MMORPGs, which is kind of in my book a plus also. Like I've been kind of getting back into that whole vibe lately too, so maybe that's why it's kind of appealing to me. But anyway, with heroes like Heroes of Mythic Might, you do need multiple copies of the actual hero, another particular specific hero, and other generic heroes to start up in certain instances, which again means that you're going to have to pray to get lots of good pulls in this game, or you'll be crying homesick, not getting the heroes, and eating a tub of ice cream, and saying boohoo to your friends and getting pitied and or like being weird at, or all of that stuff. Gacha pulls are again the same, the normal, advanced, and friendship, but the good thing is, like the other game that we mentioned today, there is a shared pity system, so at 1000 points, so that will also help a bit. So no matter which gacha you pull, it does fill up that 1000 gauge bar, so you kind of have a chance to get a high star hero eventually. The only downside is that you do have to get to VIP 3 in order to unlock that, so that's kind of like an iffy thing there. The PvE portion seems to be pretty fleshed out already too for the initial release, with multiple stages per area on the bigger world map, in addition to other gameplay modes like Trials, Babel Tower, Warzone, etc. But again, nothing like too special and different from what I've seen so far. So what do I think? I mean, I do think that both games are pretty standard in terms of gameplay and nothing really like evolutionary to look at. If you're into the aesthetics of a game or just would like to have a competitive start to a game that just released, do try it out, since the game itself is pretty much built on standard mechanics that have proven to, quote-unquote work for idle gacha games in the gaming market. Since this is the first impression video, I may change my tune once I progress further into each of the games and perhaps, open up different game modes. But, for me, having played so many of the gacha games in general, I'm pretty confident I won't find anything more or different in these games. But out of the two, Heroes of Mythic might be the better fit for me in general due to the character designs and consistency in aesthetics and a bigger gacha roster. What do you think of these two titles? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like random gaming content, especially on mobile gacha games, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I post every Wednesday and weekends. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and take care.